Hey there, friends. I am Kay Moonchild, and I'm back for our week number 3 for the collective weekly card pool. This is going to be for today, Sunday, January 18th, all the way to Saturday, January 24th. And so let's see what Spirit has for us with this weekly card pool. What we can look forward to get some clarity on, some insight on, some guidance on. What do we need to hear that maybe we've been not hearing or avoiding? Let's see here. What do we need to know that might add on to some things that we already got some details on? Here's our card. Let's see. This week's Spirit is talking about evil eye. Ooh, a term or a statement that we know oh so well. But protection, Spirit says overall. Spirit is giving me the word like most or mostly. Like this is what we are focusing on here, Kay, is letting the collective know that we are talking about protection. And Spirit is saying be mindful. Watch out here what you release on the platforms. What you even say in your physical platforms, right? So when you're in person with people, at work, at home, at school, at the restaurants, out on the street or gas stations, like wherever we're traveling to, because Spirit's saying there's always a watchful eye. And Spirit's saying it's not always a bad or a negative watchful eye. There is one or a few that are around that are good watchful eyes. But Spirit is talking about protection overall, mostly when it comes to what you are releasing, what you are speaking, what you are allowing people to see or view or connect with you with on your social media platforms. Even for some of you who have a I'm seeing like a LinkedIn platform or a professional platform. Or website, however you're allowing the public and others to view you. Social media, is one of the biggest platforms, right? We got the TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, apps, Twitch, all those things. Nevertheless, Instagram, right? But Spirit saying, it's really about what you allow people to look into when it comes to your life. I'm also hearing like your household, and so that's really interesting because there's something here about mixing business with pleasure, and so maybe not always do we have to show or express about what's going on in our personal life or in our personal settings, home and things of that manner. It doesn't mean you can't do it at all, but Spirit's like, be careful. I see the word bewitched. That's crazy because Spirit's saying because people like to get a little more personal, look and see what's in your home, what's in your personal life. That's what they want to dig into. And that's a very sacred area of life, says Spirit. Sometimes we forget that home and family and our personal living is very sacred. And so Spirit is saying for this week, take into account protecting what you share, what you allow, what you release, what you say to people, especially on your social media platforms. But overall, kind of go back and review the websites, the professional platforms, wherever else that you are marketing or you are seen or you made yourself available. And kind of overlook there and see, have I overshared? Have I given too much insight into my sacredness, my family, myself, my relationships, myself as the many hats that I wear as a family member, as a friend, as a coworker, as an associate? Am I talking too much about situations or incidents that I've been involved in or that is going on? Spirit's talking about being aware of what you are connecting yourself to when you are releasing things about yourself or your experiences with others, but on these websites, on these social media platforms. I'm also hearing like in these chat rooms or groups, chat rooms. That's kind of old for some of us. But nevertheless, even when we're in these groups, these personal groups or anywhere, there's something about making sacred moves. That is strong. Spirit says this week, work on making sacred moves. Let's dig a little deeper into this collective word. Please remember, once I get towards the end of this clip, I'm going to do a what's the tea for the week. Sometimes we got to see what's the icky things that's going on. Yeah, Spirit says here, because someone's trying to gain clarity on or get more of an insight here on what you say or your views or your perspectives or your thoughts or your opinions here. And so someone is really, I'm hearing like lurking, they're really trying to really get down to the nitty gritty, the details here, says Spirit, about what's really going on with you. What are you really all about? And Spirit says here, sometimes we have to be a mystery. Sometimes we still have to hold a little bit of a mystery about ourselves, a little bit of a secret about ourselves. You can't give up all the goods or tell all the things or jump and release everything about yourself here. So sometimes minding our business is really about keeping our business to ourselves. That is a good statement here. What else here, Spirit, do you have? Grieving here. And I think this is a preventive measure that Spirit is talking about when we're talking about protection, because you don't want things to go icky or negative or wayward where someone is clapping back or someone is I'm seeing like or hearing like chasing to kind of tackle you down and kind of like wear down your reputation or a truth about you. Or be mindful, because you could get in a situation where you really regret that you share something, that you release something, that you vocalized on something here. And so Spirit is just trying to protect you from having to go through the uglies into a grieving state here of like regret or feeling like, oh, I lost that. I lost my I lost my followers, or I lost that deal, or I lost that connection, or, trying to prevent some type of loss being grieved because of something that maybe you released and probably not even thinking, that it was going to do much, probably not even thinking that you have someone eyeballing you or being very close to what's going on with you here, but just protecting you here from just giving too much to others who really, just need a little bit of you, a little bit of a seasoning of you here. Let's see what else we can get here for you. So protection, because someone or somebody or some people are not having the best thoughts, or they don't have the best intentions laid out here for you, and they are watching you. I'm hearing like a hawk. They are in your business like a hawk. Some of you might think, little old me, what but something about you is not little to them. Something about you is very powerful, very strong, or feel like a threat or, concern. Yeah, dreams. And so Spirit says, be mindful here, because, you might be having visions or just kind of seeing things, or just kind of like spiritually having this eye, that's open, and things are coming through, just trying to warn you or let you know here. Also be mindful about those who might try to, see you through your dreams in a sense. That means someone's really working heavier than what I'm speaking about on the spiritual sense here. And so protection, you guys, for this week. Be mindful about what you're sharing, what you're putting out there. You always got someone who's lurking. Now, what's the tea? Whoa, that was quick. What's the tea for this week here? Spirit says, be careful out here. If you're a hustler, make sure you're hustling legally, okay? Because you don't want to have any legal issues out here trying to hustle and, get an extra dime or quarter or dollar in your pocket, and it's not the righteous way. Spirit talks here about breaking patterns. If you used to do some illegal hustling, or someone, a friend, a family, I'm hearing like a cousin, a brother, a sister who kind of plays out there in the streets maybe and have their little illegal game on. And so be careful here, because we don't want to bring authorities or legal actions to our doorsteps, to our mailbox, to anywhere that we are or a person is that And so help your people out or help yourself out. Stay legal, stay righteous in all that you do. Until we meet again, you guys. Bye.